Hello everybody, Shadow here, and welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel 2! Alright, last time we had a free day to spend some time with all of our friends, or some of them anyway. Today's the moment of truth. Because I still don't actually know if I have gotten everything. So, theoretically, if I step onto the Courageous and advance to the next part and get told, oh yeah, by the way, you only have 38 AP for this chapter, we're gonna be in trouble. Okay. Yes, let us go. Board the Courageous. I'm fairly certain that I've gotten everything. I'm almost certain. Okay.
Well done!
So that was another 14. I wish that I knew. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Moment of truth.
I'm
Okay.
so proud of you, Reen!
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. That's what we needed. Okay, good. Now I actually get to not worry about playing for a while. Okay. Hi, Valimar.
Greetings, my lady.
How's it going?
How are you feeling, Valimar?
I should probably turn my volume down a bit more. By the way, I have turned down the music and the sound effects by one notch each. Just because I felt like they were just a little bit too loud in editing some of the more recent episodes. So I decided I'm gonna turn that down a little bit.
The battle yesterday must have been pretty hard on you.
We'll see though.
I am fine. The damage to my armor and lost mana have largely recovered.
Okay.
I expect to be in peak condition before our next battle.
Fair enough.
That's good to hear.
Can we get the Rhineford Company to make us a sword?
Just listening to you talk, you really have changed since we first met. You seem to be talking a little more like a human now.
Is that so? That would suggest that my memory is slowly recovering.
Oh! Wait, what?
What's that now?
Excuse me?
The part of me in which memories are stored appears to be damaged.
Oh.
I have very few memories of the past, such as why I was sealed within the old schoolhouse to begin with.
Okay. Fascinating.
This includes my memories of language. Thus far, I have had to rely on the preset bare minimum of speech functionality.
Oh, okay.
However, thanks in great part to your assistance, my speech functionality is slowly beginning to restore itself.
That makes sense.
Does that
yeah.
mean that your memories of the past are starting to return too?
It is an indistinct memory, as if clouded by white noise.
Oh dear.
I seem to recall someone burdened by a great sadness, much like yourself.
Okay.
That obvious, huh? I
Ouch.
look that burdened to you? Someone died right before my eyes, and I was powerless to stop them. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that I might have been able to stop it from happening. And that regret's like a thorn stabbing into my heart.
Fair.
Was the person in your memory able to move past their burdens?
I am unable to find any memories that answer that question.
Drat.
However, I believe that your sense of regret is an entirely natural process for humans. Is that not the case?
Well,
Yeah, I
yes.
guess.
Yeah.
Give thought to what you would do differently if confronted by the same situation again. If I can aid you, I shall.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, you're right. I can't
Do
undo
we-
the past. But I can
do we
at
get to
least make
save
sure I
Crow
don't make the
from
same
that
mistake a
situation?
second time.
I'm assuming it's gonna eat. Well, it could be Crow. It could be Scarlet as well.
Perhaps considering
I-
how
I
to do
could see
that is the
them
best thing that I can
Doing
do right
like
now.
dramatic theming.
Thanks, Valimar.
Save the other
I feel a little better after
member
talking
of
to you.
the Liberation Front
Then all is
or
well.
whatever.
I am afraid I must return to sleep.
All right. Good
Should you
night.
require my aid again, you need only to call my name.
Okie doke. Nighty night.
I need to keep on getting stronger. Strong enough that I can protect the people around me.
Where's our bike?
The ship's maintenance is probably almost done now. Maybe I should take a nap or something while I wait for the others to get here?
Could be good. Oh? Who's that?
Yes, this is Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Hey there, Reen. George here. Do you have a minute?
Sure.
George, is something
What's
wrong?
up? Did you make me a sword?
Well, I'm over at the Ruhr Institute of Technology at the moment, and an acquaintance of mine here has a pretty interesting proposal regarding your divine knight.
We're
How
getting a
soon do you think you can come
sword.
A proposal? Who is this acquaintance of yours?
We're getting a sword. We're getting a
Well,
sword.
it's the Institute's president, actually. Professor Schmidt, the Empire's foremost orbital researcher.
Okay. We're getting a sword. We're getting a sword. All right. So what's all this then? Oh gosh, dang it. You're gonna switch me to no voice? Alright. The name's G. Schmidt. I serve as this institute's president. I certainly wasn't expecting the pilot of that Ashen Knight to be only a boy. The Alliance ought to be damn near ashamed of themselves if they keep losing to a snot-nosed brat like you. Wow. I don't think that's any way to talk to a person you've only just met. Besides, he happens to be one of those students who helped get you that minor medal earlier in the year. And one of the students put out that request without any input from me. He should be kissing my boots for having the honor of assisting with my research, however indirect it was. Some things never change. Putting that aside, is it true? Were you the one responsible for developing the Panzer Soldats? It is. Duke Cayenne made the request, and I agreed to it. I used the ancient robot, Ordine, and the Society's archaisms as a reference point, and then designed a frame that could be mass-produced even with the Reinford Company's technological capabilities. Afterwards, I drew up plans for several models, and oversaw the completion of a Draken prototype a few months back. Why do you ask? Do you have any idea what you've done? You're wasting your time, Reen. He develops whatever catches his interest, loses himself in it until he's done, and to hell with the consequences. The railway guns in Gorelia Fortress and the orbital wave jamming device in Nord were both designed by him too. Unbelievable. Pah! An engineer who doesn't strive to satisfy his intellectual curiosity is a sad sight of an engineer. We just design things. It's up to their users to decide what to do with them. Do you get it now? It was because I couldn't cope with this part of him that I ended up going to the academy over here. Yeah, I totally get it. Unfortunately. Oh, right. What made you come visit the professor to begin with? Ah, of course. That was what I called you here for. I was hoping I might be able to get some kind of advice or pointers from him. You know, about getting a new weapon for Valimar? Oh.
And if I might be so bold as to offer a word of advice.
Right.
Get Valimar a better sword, one like yours. If you think you're such hot stuff you can beat me without your 8 leaves training, you're in for a world of hurt.
Yeah, we know.
Correct choice of armaments is indeed paramount.
True.
Selecting one the Awakener is well suited to will increase combat efficiency exponentially.
And now we get to make a sword. George told me what you're after. He says you want a weapon capable of fighting on equal terms with the Azure Knight. We might have gone our separate ways, but he's still a former student of mine. I'm open to the possibility of designing something for you. Really? You'd make a weapon for Valimar? I said I'd be open to the possibility. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. If you want my help, I have one condition. Zemurian Ore. Ring any bells for you, Reen? I think so. You used that to make weapons for us before, didn't you, George? Oh, you know of it. Saves me the effort of explaining, then. It's an extremely rare ore found here in Zemuria. It's an astonishingly strong material that possesses a mysterious radiance within it. And what's more, as I learned while developing the soldats, the frames of the Divine Knights are made up of that very ore. Your Ashen Knight included. I had no idea. The double saber Ordine uses appears to be made of it too, which, as I'm sure you figured out, means that if you're ever going to compete against Crow, you're going to need a Tachi made of Zemurian Ore too. To make one, however, you're going to need vast quantities of ore. Yet it was only recently discovered how to refine the ore at all. Processing will be immensely difficult. But bring me the materials and I'll be willing to assist you. The concept of a weapon that can compete against Divine Knights is of great interest to me. Even when you're helping people, it's only to help yourself. It'd be nice if you were doing it to atone for developing the soldats, but I can't picture those words coming out of your mouth. The very thought makes me feel ill. Blah, 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 blah. I can't read. Bear in mind, Zemurian Ore is an incredibly rare material. I doubt you'll find enough of it to get the job done. Still, should you pull it off, I'll design you the finest Tachi you'll ever have laid eyes on. Well, on my name as an engineer, I can promise you that. Thank you, Professor. This will be a great help to us. Rare or not, we're going to find all the Zemurian Ore we can to make this work. I'll keep my expectations low. All right. Well, we have a goal. The advice Reen received on forging a new weapon for Valimar came from a surprising source, but they could not have asked for better. After politely excusing themselves, Reen and George left the Institute to reunite with the rest of the crew, and once the maintenance was declared complete, they boarded the Courageous and departed from Ruhr. All right. To the 23rd. Touring Erebonia number 3. Very cool. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I have to tell you, I'm impressed. I was expecting this beauty of a ship to be on the feisty side, but she's a real sweet girl. Cutting through the clouds like this feels wonderful. I could get used to this. Wow, I can't believe how quickly you've gotten the hang of it, Angie. Neither can I. But I think it's obvious who's more qualified to sit here between the two of us. This job's all yours now. Why, thank you. I hereby accept the positions of Chief Helmsman and Courageous Second in Command. She really is amazing. There's no one out there who can tame a vehicle as fast as Angie. We're not going to have to worry about a thing with her around. Moving right along, the good news is that we were able to liberate Ruhr. I don't think any of us could have predicted how much the war situation would change in the process. Marquis Ragnar and his provincial army's withdrawal from the conflict will have a profound effect going forward. Losing one of their key members is bound to be a painful loss to the Alliance. For one thing, it should make things easier for Lieutenant General Vander and the 3rd Armored Division. Their greatest concern before now was the Nordia Provincial Army, after all. So the Alliance's overwhelming supremacy is finally starting to sway. Only in East Erebonia, though. They still come out on top in the West. Right. Prince Oliver. Why do I keep doing that? I keep saying princess when Prince is on screen, and I keep saying, I think I do it the opposite too. I keep saying prince when princess is on the screen. I don't know what's with my brain. Right. Prince Olivert said as much too. General Legine, I think, and Brigadier General Bardis are out there and claiming one victory after another. And then there's your brother, Eustace. He's a brilliant leader, and it shows. I see. Huh. Be that as it may, all we can do is focus our efforts on the Eastern Front for now. That's what we were entrusted with, and fretting over things we can't change won't do us any good, right? And that's putting it into perspective, yes. We've got our hands full over here as it is, so let's make every moment count. Time to get back to gathering all the info we can. Speaking of, mind giving us an update on the situation with Valimar's weaponry? Ah, right. How could we forget? Professor Smith agreed to cooperate with us, didn't he? Cooperate is a strong word, Elisa. He only cares about what interests him. That it ends up benefiting us is purely secondary. And remember, he's only going to help if we happen to find enough Zemurian Ore to make the weapon. Excuse me. I just had supper before this. How we're going to get stuff that rare is beyond me, though. You said that Valimar himself is made of that ore, did you not? You wouldn't happen to have any ideas, would you, Emma? I'm afraid the Hexen clan knows very little concerning the creation of the Divine Knights. Some legends passed down through the clan say they were made during the time of the Great Collapse. Specifically, they were forged by artisans who called themselves gnomes. Huh, that's an interesting name. I know the term from old stories, much like anyone else, but I had no idea a band of artisans by that name existed. Supposedly, they once worked closely with the clan's ancestors, but somewhere down the line, the witches and the gnomes ended up parting ways. I couldn't tell you exactly when. Oh, what the? Hold on. It double tapped. Somebody else said something before Princess Elfin, but I have no idea what it was. How curious. Maybe so, but none of that's going to help us find any ore. Our chances of finding enough were pretty slim to begin with. I know where you can get enough, but only if you're willing to overcome some very difficult trials to obtain it. What? You do? Really? What do I have to gain by lying? You're aware of those strange ruins scattered all over the country, right? True. The ones that we've been going to every single time except for the last one. Oh yeah, where the higher elements were active. Those are the ones. They're called spirit shrines. They were built on top of septium veins long ago by the gnomes to encourage the formation of massive Zemurian ore crystals. Those crystals were in turn used to create the Divine Knights. So if there's any place in Erebonia to start looking for the vast amount you need, it's there. I had no idea. Well, why didn't you tell us this before now? Am I supposed to be a mind reader? It wasn't exactly relevant until now, so why bring it up? No need to bite our heads off. Also, can't this ore make, like, strong weapons? Like, in the first game, they're used to make the best weapons in the game, basically, for each character. So, what? Hey, she told us now, right? All we gotta do is go to one of those shrines and we'll be rolling in ore. Let's hope so. We've got a lot on our plate checking up on the country, but exploring a shrine's our best lead yet. And no matter how difficult it might be, a little thing like a trial isn't gonna scare us away, right? Right. Alright. Well, we have a goal. And we're probably also going to get a bunch of stuff. With the discussion coming to an end, their destination had been decided. Before departing, however, Class 7 thought it best to check if there were any new requests from Prince Olivert. And their timing turned out to be quite apt, as he had very recently sent several their way. Gone Air Klein and Hillbell. So here's the deal. An airliner got hijacked mid-trip and it went missing. Track it to the Isengard range. Okay. So we gotta rescue some hostages. I see. The sweetest of challenges. I'm sorry, from Blue Blonde? Really? Dearest ladies and gentlemen, I have taken the liberty upon calling you for a request of my own, unbeknownst to my worthy rival. I have left a letter in the location indicated by the Blue Cross. I think you'll find it well worth your while to read it. Kreutzen for a bruisin'. Imagine Eustace Alberea weeping for the safety of his province's people as they're chased through the streets by a ravaging monster. Surely you would not let such a dire scene come to pass, would you? The battle is set and the North Kreutzen highway awaits. Okay. This one's from Klein. I'm happy to see that Eyeball's with him too. Not so happy about the airliner going missing though. Doesn't seem like something we can afford to ignore, dangerous as it sounds. But look at this one. Phantom Thief B. What's this about reading a letter? As if we have the time to be concerning ourselves with his pathetic antics. I know what you mean, really. But ignoring it might be even worse. Yep, we got our work cut out for us. Hey, Reen, I want to help look out for everyone. Let me come with you, okay? Of course, Fee. You're always welcome. I think Celine and I should come with you when you're exploring the shrine, too. I was about to say the same thing. And make sure you're ready before you go. I wasn't kidding when I said the trials were difficult. Okay. It is temporarily not possible to remove Fee from the party. Okay. And we might as well take Emma along. She's also she's a bit lower level. So it would be worth taking. I think we're gonna go with the lower level people. Because through some of this exploring and stuff, we'll definitely have XP to gain, so letting them all catch up would probably be pretty good. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and confirm that. And then I think we're actually going to stop the episode here. So next time, we will be exploring the country again, looking for more classmates to recruit, and working on some of those quests. So that's it for now. So if you enjoyed this episode, please let me know down in the comments below and maybe leave a like. And if you want to catch the next episode as it comes out, go ahead and hit subscribe. But for now, that's it. So, see ya!